It's not, I don't know what's, it has a problem. Okay, then you sort out the problem later, yeah, with the clerk's department. Yeah, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And I rise on behalf of Mutembei County to support what is being debated now, and this is on. I want to add a voice on the section of it on the public debt. I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that public debt management in this country is becoming a big headache. That it's like we are losing track as leaders on whether we really have people who can accurately advise on policy making, accuracy to advise on debt strategy management. And therefore, my first contribution is to call upon the Committee on Debt and Privatization to come out clear with implementable strategies which can help to curb this. Otherwise, if this is not done, we realize that even the manifesto, which was promised by this government, is not going to be realized. Mr. Speaker, the other day, yesterday, I want to believe that equally you watched over the television when the Deputy President mentioned that this country is in serious debts that was brought about by the previous regime. I was shocked when it was being mentioned that we have 900 trillion. And then under the pending bills, we have 900 billion. And then there were others that he was mentioning. That was off in a function. I want to say, Mr. Speaker, the issue of debt in this country is not an issue to politic with, especially with the ruling government. They need to sit down because the common wananchi is suffering out of increased taxes. I want to believe, Mr. Speaker, that the advisors or the economists around the government are not doing the good job. Why am I saying so, Mr. Speaker? We cannot say the other day, the President mentioned that whatever thing that we are collecting in this country in form of tax, it goes into payment of debts. Mr. Speaker, I want to question, when we are talking about tourists are running away to other countries, to Uganda, to Tanzania, and you mentioned them. When are we going to do our local infrastructure? When we are talking about the parks, they are not in the urban areas, they are in the rural areas. When are we going to ensure that money which we make is equitably distributed so that we balance what goes into paying the debt, what manages, rather than having a country that we champion and boil out blame games and pressure and forgetting the local mwananchi who is suffering. It seems, Mr. Speaker, that we are looking for any little thing. Somebody made a joke with me that you're a legislature Bensuda, but soon we are going to tax even the dogs and cats that you are keeping in our homes so that you pay the debt. Mr. Speaker, this is a painful situation. When we are talking about affordable housing, what were we told? It was said that youths are going to be empowered and employment is going to be there. We seem to be singing more music into various voices than action. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that the Public Debt and Privatization Committee should take this responsibility to advise and give on workable strategies which can curb, because otherwise we shall be talking of debts. We have debts in trillions. I don't know, blaming the county government, blaming the national government. No work is happening, forgetting Wanjiku is suffering. I want to say that strategies must be put in place. And that is why Kenyans elected us to come into this parliament to make them not to suffer, but to have a sigh of relief. Mr. Speaker, this needs a speedy action. This doesn't require us to be reluctant in our positions. Everything is now dilapidated. We have El Nino. The focus has now shifted from development. This was even confirmed, you heard it over the news, that now the governors must stop the issues of development and focus on El Nino issues. Yesterday I wanted to contribute on this. And Mr. Speaker, I'm saying, by the time we wait for El Nino to come, this nation, we must be serious. There are dikes which can be built, there are things which can be planned for, there are relocations which can be done so that we do not waste resources. When we have donor funding, there are strategies that even the government should look for other than the common mwananchi taxes to pay the debt and to manage the debt. Otherwise, if you're not careful, this country is going to come to a standstill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The MP for Kisauni, Bedzimba.
Mr. Speaker, I'm waiting for the next order. I want to contribute on that.
You're waiting for what?
The next coming order.
Oh,